What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my chat, which is going to be linked in the description below. Today, we're going to have another general crypto update video. I don't really like doing general updates. I know some of you guys like it when I talk about specific things, which I will get back to soon. But nonetheless, I think the thing on most people's minds is the crypto markets in general. So the dump did happen, and the dump was sort of expected from a lot of people. We did hit pretty much an all-time high in the past couple of years of Ethereum hitting at $623. Bitcoin was very, very close to its total all-time high at about $19,300, and other cryptos definitely followed suit, rising significantly over the past couple of weeks. However, in the past 24 hours, we saw drops of upwards of 25% in less than 24 hours from many of these cryptocurrencies. And of course, there were some people that panicked. I'm certain that there's a lot of newer people and some people that bought within the past week or so that were panicking and that said that crypto's a scam, this, that, and the other thing. But you have to kind of expect some sort of a dip to happen when we have such a parabolic rise like we did in the past couple of weeks. And that, one of my speculations is that I knew that crypto was going to have a shakeout before we get to our new all-time highs, our new paradigms. And I do believe that that was at least part of the shakeout that happened. A lot of people got scared, a lot of people jumped out of crypto, and I think that things will resume as necessary as the weeks go by. And the reason why I think this is because even though there was a couple of different scares, I mean, every time crypto has a parabolic rise or a sharp drop, people always look for reasons like why. Why did that happen? And you can talk until you're blue in the face and try and discover what the reason is, but nonetheless, what you really have to look at is the progress of crypto in itself. And is the news really that significant if you're looking at news that's making crypto drop or making crypto go up? And you have to understand that in the past week or so, in the past couple of weeks, the news about crypto has been incredibly bullish. The news about crypto, the news about Ethereum and getting to Ethereum 2.0, XRP, with the Flare network coming out. This is all news that has spanned out over the past couple of weeks and that has been very, very positive. And you can't really think that one day's worth of bad news, because we had strings and strings of days with just really, really good news after good news, and one day's worth of just a good chunk of bad news really scared some people off into selling and dropped the market significantly. So let's go ahead and talk about what some of those rumored news to be was that crypto dropped. But again, I'll get into the reasons why I don't think it really matters in the long run and why I think this bull run will continue personally. Of course, they're just my own opinions. I've been wrong plenty of times in the past, but let's get straight into it. One of the news was, and a lot of this news you have to understand, it comes from the United States. The United States doesn't control all of crypto, so keep that in mind. But one of the news was that Coinbase did have some negative publicity. The New York Times is going to be publishing a story about Coinbase and several black employees that have worked with Coinbase that have had negative experiences. And this goes kind of hand in hand with a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement that happened last year. And the story is being released kind of just now after they've kind of, I guess, finalized their checks and balances. And I believe that a lot of people thought that a lot of crypto crashed because of this. Coinbase has also been in the news recently for having some lockouts and some blackout times where you couldn't really access or trade on the website when crypto was on its rise up or its fall down with XRP moving significantly. A lot of people upset about that. Of course, that's not news to me because Coinbase is kind of known for just being not very good at being an exchange. I usually say on this channel, avoid Coinbase at all costs if you can. And that's the reason why. I mean, that really hasn't changed, so I don't think that's going to have that much of an effect on crypto. If Coinbase goes down when the market has a bull or a bear run, happens with Binance a lot too. So that was one thing. Another thing that I can't find the article of this, so that shows how significant this was, but I guess the United States Treasury announced that they were planning on, this is a rumor, they were planning on regulating cryptocurrency wallets. So you couldn't have a MetaMask anymore, something like that, or you couldn't have a Ledger anymore unless it was somehow registered with the United States Treasury. So if that news were true, that would be definitely bearish news for sure. Cryptocurrency is self-governed. It doesn't need to be regulated like that. And that's really just not going to work. You can't just That's like saying the internet is illegal. So that again to me is like non-news unless they actually have something to publish to say that how they're going to do that. Because to me that's like you could say whatever you want, but I mean you can even ban alcohol, but that didn't really work out in history, did it? So those are the two major pieces of news. And of course, obviously, if crypto goes down 20%, that's going to hit the headlines as well. And that's going to scare a lot of people out of the crypto space too. So we did recover a little bit since then. We hit, I think, Ethereum went down to about $480 and has recovered to $520, about the midway, halfway point to where it was at $600 before. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. But here's the reason why I'm not worried. Crypto continues to move in a positive way. One day's worth of bad news can't unwrite and undo everything that crypto has done with Ethereum 2.0 coming out and just updates overall in the crypto space. DeFi, XRP's Flare network coming out. It can't unwrite that just with a couple of tiny articles of bad news that comes out and a small little red day as well. December 1st is still going to come and Ethereum 2.0 is still going to come out. And I think that as time goes by, whether that date be around or close to December 1st, so that's a few days from now, or maybe as just progressively as time goes by, I do think that Ethereum is going to reach its all-time high and hit $1,000 and $2,500 soon. A lot of people disagree with me on that, but that's just my personal opinion. I really do think that Ethereum is destined for greatness as people understand what Ethereum 2.0 is doing over time. And I don't think that it's going to be a flip of the switch. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but I do think that people will, like, the smart people will understand early, and that's why it's going to rise, and then people are going to FOMO in when it's a little late, probably at $1,000 or maybe $1,500. And same case is happening with XRP and Bitcoin. I think that these coins are still going to do really well over the next couple of weeks. And again, like, there's got to be a lot of bad news, a lot of FUD, in my opinion, for crypto to just stop its momentum completely and go back down to some really, really low levels. I don't think that we're going to retrace below $14,000 in Bitcoin and respectively for your other cryptos percentage-wise. But we'll see what happens. So that is everything about the updates about the crypto market. I know a lot of people were asking a lot of other people, hey, what do you think about this? And that's just my thoughts. Hopefully you guys formulate your own thoughts. Moving on to some other stuff. Now I'll make a separate video about all this stuff because this is going to make it kind of long. But I did want to talk a little bit about my crypto investments and platforms and stuff and how they were affected by the markets. So Wise Token, actually, you know, I'll like I said, I'll make a separate video about this, but things have tapered off on Wise Token a little bit. Today actually might be a really, really good day to check it out because it's got an extremely low amount of Ethereum and it could be a high day. Like the last time if you took the gamble, it worked out in your favor, and before that, it didn't work out in your favor significantly. So, you know, this day could actually work out really well in your favor because it's a low amount of Ethereum. It closes in about 2 hours, and if it rises at least close to 5 million Wise, you probably could be getting a pretty good deal on this. And I think subsequently you probably might want to wait the next couple of days. I don't know how much longer, maybe 4 or 5 days to buy into Wise Token, because the best time to buy is when the hype is not there at all. And the hype has kind of died for Wise Token just a little bit, not enough for me to like FOMO in and do a huge buy, but I'm waiting for people to stop talking about it and for people to run out of Ethereum to do another buy in here. So that's Wise Token. We talked about Ethereum 2.0. This one's still rising. It's at 756,000 Ethereum. And this is what you got to look at to see like the future. You got to put your future glasses on. Don't like take off your now glasses and put your future glasses on and say, well, you know, the Ethereum network is launching with like great success. What's the future going to be for Ethereum? And then that's how you can really determine how scared you should be in a bear market or not a bear market, but in a red day like this. So this is really very bullish for me at 756,000. A lot of people are staking for Ethereum 2.0, and this calculator where the staking rewards are coming from. I talked about this in a separate video, guys. Definitely watch that separate video, or watch somebody else's video about why this is significant and why this was probably going to raise the price of Ethereum significantly. And then our 4 platforms, Wiseling being the first one. This one's still pan out like clockwork, and this one's a positive because I don't really have to worry about the price of anything because it's Bitcoin to Bitcoin, Ethereum to Ethereum, so there's nothing really to be scared about with this one too much. If I'm depositing Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm not going to lose that if the price drops 20% overnight. Cubatech, a little bit different when it comes to that. You do actually have to worry about the price. This is why, like, I've avoided platforms, I've avoided DeFi, I've avoided Uniswap coins, low market cap altcoins all week and all the past couple of weeks, because it significantly matters. If Bitcoin drops 20% and you're in a crap coin that drops 20% off of Bitcoin or off of Ethereum, then you're down 40% overnight. So like, you just gotta do your own math and do your own like risk tolerance when you're looking at platforms that convert to USD and when you're trying to buy Uniswap coins. I can't really give you advice on that. You have to figure that out for yourself. But nonetheless, with Cubatech, they've had some really bad days, not bad days, but just not good days over the past couple weeks, with 0.5% sort of being the average for their daily earnings. Yesterday, they got a 1% earning for the day, which is great, or today. They got a 1% earning for today, which is great. So I'm looking forward to requesting that payout and seeing what happens from there. And the other positive with Cubatech is before you needed a VPN to sign up for this. You don't actually need a VPN anymore. They've taken off the United States restriction. So if you guys want to check this out, you can check it out for yourself. But of course, for all these platforms, do your own research, especially if you're new. These are not like guarantees. They all have something written in the terms and conditions where if you deposit your money, if you lose everything, it's not their fault, and too bad, so sad, move on. So keep that in mind with all these platforms. A lot of people get overly excited when they see these big numbers and say, oh, I can't wait to make that percentage per day. Same with PGI Global. They actually did the opposite. Usually they're like my top winners. They've been my top winner for this bull market for the past couple of weeks. Yesterday they had a little bit of a lower payout at 0.8% payday, but that's actually better than Cubatech for most days, so that's still positive. And I've been looking to really do a bigger deposit and all this stuff, and I've been sitting on so much crypto on the side. I'm the type of person that likes to make crypto work for me. I don't like to have it just harbor and sit itself in a wallet for years upon at a time. So it's been a little bit of a torture for me to not be able to spend my crypto on anything. But I still do believe it's more advantageous for me to wait for the dust to settle in this bull market / bear market for the next couple of days. And of course, CashFX Group, my tried and true, they don't have payouts for today, but they've still been performing really well in the bull market, 1.4%, 1.2%, and 1.03% in the past couple of days, respectively. Not too many people purchasing. I can tell that from the Matrix payouts, but that makes sense because again, it's very risky to do a $100,000 deposit today and Bitcoin goes up 20% tomorrow. You kind of just lost out on that 20% for the next month or so. All right, guys, that is everything for today. Like I said, I'll give you a further and more in-depth update about these passive private platforms and Wise Token later, but looking forward to kind of following the markets. Maybe don't stare at it. That's my only advice I can give you. Come back every 10 hours or so. If you look at these charts for too long, you're going to stress yourself out, especially if you bought a little bit higher. Just wait. Be patient. Do your research put your future glasses on, do your research on what's going to happen, and be patient. That's everything for today, guys. Catch you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.